So, welcome to the second part of this social media psychology talk that I'm basically hosting and sharing my ideas with you guys. So, what I want to talk about is the next step that takes place basically. So, when you enter into the stage of self comparison, the one thing that happens is that you start comparing yourself with others. And this is the place where a lot of people realize that they are messing up with themselves. But I am so amazed to see the young audience that they just don't leave the platform at that point of time. They What they do is either they unfollow the person or they just keep watching it again and again mm, to immerse themselves into that sadness of that they are not able to do it somehow. And that is so strange nowadays. And this is where it leads to all the chaos that you and overthinking that you want to have in your life, basically, which you don't want to have in your life, but it leads to all the overthinking that you basically have. And the thing is that all these steps that are basically taking place, these are just useless steps. These are not the steps that are contributing to your life growth. No, it is not at all contributing these factors into your life growth, basically. And if you're spending around 4 to 5 hours per day on Instagram and social media things, watching content, etc., tell me something. You are sleeping for 8 hours and then spending 4 to 5 hours a day. And there are so many other errand activities that you need to do in your day to day life. The contributed joint effort that you need to put towards learning new skills and things is less. And this is where it becomes a very, very problematic thing because if your mind is not engaged towards particular activities, how are you going to end up doing or exploring more things that you want to do? In my younger age, when I was studying, I was also like engaged into a lot of extracurricular activities. Like I used to play sports, I used to do music, I used to do art, I used to, perform into drama and things like that. I used to read. So, I mean, this is the way of engaging your mind to do different activities, exploring each and other activity, which can actually lead you or land you into a good career progression. So, like I would really suggest the young audience to what they can do is if you're doing a job, of course, it must be very hectic for you to do other kinds of work as well. But please don't intoxicate yourself with all these content that is being played on social media. If you are watching social media or any kind of a platform that you're using to watch a content that is actually useful for you in a way and that adds value to your life in such a way that you enjoy it. Or even if you want to while your time away over watching some content that you think that is different, watch movies, watch TV series, watch good television series that is available on the internet. Please don't watch any kind of trashy shows that just create drama out of nowhere. And it is so sometimes frustrating for me to watch people nowadays watching unrealistic and I mean to to the most senseless way of watching TV shows where a lot of people are trapped into a place and then they mess with each other. They talk stupid things about each other, then they become friends, then they unfriend themselves, then they backstab. And I mean, what the hell is although these shows gonna prove? Is it wouldn't it would be better if you were watching a good movie that would have actually impacted your senses to some extent that yes, I watched something that is really beautiful. For example, I was watching Perfect Days a Japanese movie, which is so beautifully, depicted of how a life of a cleaner in a Japanese country. He's a basically cleaner in a Japanese country, and how he lives his life. He enjoys reading, he enjoys listening to beautiful music. So, aren't we able to watch a content, or isn't it available in the internet? No, it is available in the internet. It is just that we have overcrowded ourselves with watching content that is stupid, baseless, that doesn't need to exist, but we are making sure that it exists because somewhere down the lane we just want to watch something that is dramatic. Of course, even if you want to watch dramatic, watch a good movie written by Jane Austen or something like that, where things are depicted in such a beautiful way. I mean, I was watching a movie known as Decision to Leave, and it was such a beautiful, dramatic way of depicting, how love is shown and how, emotions are expressed. So I don't think people should watch senseless things on internet, which doesn't make any sense, which basically trashes your mind with stupid things, trashy things, and you end up basically bringing that drama into your real life. That is not what I would expect someone, obviously, in my life, and I would also not do to someone in their life as well. So please, guys, uh, as a young audience, as a student, as a Gen Zs, what I believe is that you guys have been uh, catered with a lot of good content that is available on the internet. I think you should definitely watch it and make your psychology into this modern world of how you can lead a successful life. You can end up enjoying things in your life. And I mean, things have been really, really harsh back in our parents' days as well. But how did they used to cope up with all those things? They used to watch good movies, movies made on society, movies made on truth. And that is, I guess, what motivated them to live, fight over things. So you should definitely watch good content. I will see you guys on the next video.